Hey everyone. Welcome to Zoetic Chat. Unleash your life's journey with me, John Mayfield. This ultimate podcast for spiritual guidance will answer all your life, soul and spiritual questions. I'm thrilled to have you join me every week. My vast knowledge, wisdom and experience are crucial to your personal and spiritual growth. Together we will explore a variety of topics and delve deeply into the truths of my life and spiritual path. Don't forget to sign up to my newsletter at johnmayfield.com. Hey everyone. Welcome to Zoetic Chat. Unleash your life's journey with me, John Mayfield. So I was wondering what to talk about this week, and I thought I'd share with you 3 different events or ways of working as a psychic medium. So I've been a psychic medium, as you know, for years and years and years, and I still get shocked and surprised at some of the stuff that comes through, but that's not what I really want to share with you today. I want to share with you how, although being a psychic medium is exactly that, bringing through information and guidance and things from loved ones to help people to come to terms with their passing, to help people to sometimes understand that there's more to life than what we actually see. I've had 3 different experiences within the last 6 days of working as a psychic medium. So the first one was on Friday when I went to the Mind, Body, Spirit Fair, I think it is, Mind, Body, Spirit event in Birmingham's NEC. So I was working on one of the stands as a psychic medium, but I kind of had to subdue the psychic medium bit because I was told to use numerology, runes, or astrology. Now, I'm not really au fait with any of those, not enough to sit with the public and give messages. Although when you are a psychic medium, you can hold anything, touch anything and bring information through, but not in the specialized astrology and numerology. Yes, I can tell you what different numbers stand for, but I didn't feel like I'd be given enough. My brief for the stand was to give 5-minute readings without using cards. That was my brief. And it kind of got changed on the day, which I wasn't really happy about that, but I had to go with the flow. So I was using like talisman, little trinkets and that kind of thing. Just throwing a handful on a table and asking people to choose 3. And then I'd tune in to the guides and whatever, and people's loved ones to bring messages through, connecting to the little talisman. It's not my normal way of working, but nevertheless, amazing messages came through. And I didn't see it as my problem that things had to be changed, although indirectly it was. It was the problem of the stand holder. They told me incorrectly what was on their contract, which I thought was a little bit naughty, but we have to let these things go, don't we, sometimes? But it was an amazing day. And the whole atmosphere of the whole place, the people were there. They were just happy to be part of an event like that, you know, with workshops and talks and stages where people are just giving their information out. They're sharing their skills and they're uplifting everyone. The whole of the event to me felt uplifted. And we were sharing that with the people that came to sit for their little 5-minute reading. I did finish early, finished at 5:30 instead of 6. And I had a walk around and spoke to a lot of the other stall holders, some of which had been to me for one of these 5-minute readings, and I got to know them a bit more, so that was really good. So that was kind of one day of using the psychic medium. The next day, or 2 days after, I went to a yoga studio in the afternoon. So I was doing an afternoon event in a yoga studio, and that was the day that they hadn't got any classes on, they hadn't got any yoga, and it was more of a holistic place. Really, really friendly people. Couldn't do enough for me setting everything up. She clearly loved her work. She's a Reiki master, I think, and she did a lot of healing, and it just screamed beautiful energy, connected, in the right place, doing the right thing. And she'd got a whole load of people coming in there for me to stand up and give information, messages, guidance, love from their loved ones to them. But because sometimes I get information from people's guides, not always just their loved ones. So I was giving messages of guidance, messages of love, and it was such a beautiful afternoon. It was in such a contrast in many ways to the NEC event, in that it was more personable. I was doing what I went there to do. People weren't trying to change the way that I delivered, and it was absolutely lovely. It really was. I can't thank them enough for inviting me to their studio, and all the people that came to experience the day. I always start a day like that by asking the universe, what are you giving me to start with? Or where shall I go? Or what hints or tips have you got for me? And they gave me the word Heath, Heath, Heath. So I said, well, what else have you got? What else is there with it? And they said, nothing. You're just going to stand there and say Heath. So anyway, I introduced myself, told a little story about being given this word. And I said, I know that it will connect to one of you in here. And the room always goes silent when that happens. Everyone goes silent. Oh, is it you? Is it me? How do I know that? And then a lady in front, 3 rows back, she said, that's actually my surname. So there you go. Excuse me. The universe gave me one person's surname, and that's where I was to start. And that's where I did start. And I brought information through for her, gave her what she needed to hear, and then I moved on to the next person. And it was an absolutely amazing, amazing afternoon. I think I finally got home from there about 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I started there at 3 or 3:30, I can't remember now, but it was amazing. The people were grateful. They came up and chatted to me at the end, and it was just so lovely. And the lady kept asking me if I was all right, did I need anything? And yes, it was so, so special. So it's a difference between the two. And then today, I've just finished actually. Sometimes I go on the phone lines, I call it, whereby people just ring in at any given time, pay the money, and they get put through to whoever's on the phone lines. Sometimes they ask for a particular person, sometimes they don't, and then you just get put through to a random reader, we're called. I've been going on those phone lines for about, I think it's 13 years now, but not all the time. I mean, I've had years and years where I didn't go on. And then every now and again, I think, oh yeah, I'm going to go on there, see who's about. Or if I'm sitting at home doing some writing, I'll probably log on to the phone lines, and then when somebody rings up, it gives me a break from writing. So I do it for those reasons, really. And I know that I do have a small following on there, and they connect to me when I log on. Just mentioning a reading that I've just done. Well, it wasn't really a reading. She was asking me questions about her job. Something just moved in my room. How'd you get that in yours? I was woken up in the night by a noise. Oh my gosh. I thought remember when I went to sleep last night, well, when I went to bed, I put a rucksack on my chair and I thought, I hope that doesn't slip off because it will make a noise. Anyway, in the night I was woken up by a noise and I just turned over and thought, oh, that'll be the rucksack. Anyway, there was even a louder noise after that. And that did wake me up, and I did put the light on and have a look, and my rucksack was still on the chair, so I wasn't 100% sure what that was. I never feel frightened by anything like that, and I just think, well, the universe is having a little chat to me by making a noise. But anyway, back to the phone lines. So this lady rang up today, and she wanted to know when she was going to get a job. She'd been for lots of jobs, applied for lots of jobs, and she wanted to know when she was going to get a job. So the universe, through me, was telling her she needs to apply for different jobs. She needs to believe in herself. She needs to go in with more confidence. She needs to shine and all this. So I was telling her that. And then she cut me very, very short. And she said, as a psychic medium, tell me when I will get a job. Now, this just clarifies to me why I don't want to be on those lines, why I come off of those lines. That lady only wanted to know that one thing. She wanted me to tell her that she'll go for an interview tomorrow, get the job and start within a week. Well, I'd already told her that it would be 3 weeks before she gets a job. My guys were shouting it out so clearly. So when she spoke to me like that, I said, I've told you already that you'll get your job in 3 weeks' time. And she put the phone down. People do that. I have another lady that comes on there, and I don't know why they come back to me. They think that I don't recognise their voice, but this other one, I do recognise her voice. She asks me the same things each time. Each time I tell her more or less the same because nothing's changed in her life, and she puts the phone down. I don't know. They're looking for what they're looking for is the answer that they want to hear, not the true answer from the universe. So they might as well just sit in the lounge and talk to themselves and give themselves the answer instead of wasting their money, really. And I don't say to people, I don't tell lies to people. I don't say, so to that other lady, I could have said, oh yes, well, the one you're going for tomorrow is going to come back quicker than the other one, and you will hear about it and get the job in 3 days' time. I could have said that, but it would have been a lie. And I never work that way. I never work as a lie. I work truthfully with what the universe is giving me. If you choose not to like it and put the phone down, then that's your choice, isn't it? But those are 3 different ways that I've used my psychic mediumship over the last week. The first one at the NEC, an amazing venue, but the company that I was doing it through, freelance I was, but there was a company there that were just out for their own back, really. And then my event was absolutely amazing. And then the phone lines where, it makes you realize that, I don't want to be connected to people that aren't ready to listen, really. Not that they're not ready to listen, that they're not ready to hear what the universe is giving them. And I know that lady will hear about a job in 3 weeks' time. And then when she does, she'll be like, oh yeah, I suppose that woman did tell me that. So just because you are a psychic medium, or maybe you're thinking of becoming one, or maybe you're thinking of training to up your skills on your spiritual path. Don't always think that every event or every place that you attend is going to give you the same feeling or results. And I know that can be said for a lot of things, but I've experienced those three in the last, like I said, less than a week. Quite interesting, really. And the whole time I'm speaking, I've got a gentleman that keeps popping into my room, and he would have been in the forces, so someone listening will know this. He would have been in the forces, and he would have hurt his little toe. I think he might have hurt all of his toes, but his little toe the worst on his right foot at some point. He would have been in the forces, and he carried so much PTSD, but it wasn't called that in them days, he's saying. He connects to church, or he did connect to church. He connects you to church, and he just wants you to know that he's around you. He's telling you to make the most of your life, because this is the life that you need to make the most of. He is in a good place where he is, quite content and happy on the other side, knowing that he lived his life here, although it was one in wartime. He's saying that we've got war, although it's not the same as the war that they had. We have got war. And he's not talking about a new war or a different war. He's saying everyone is at war with each other. And he's saying that it's really so sad. He's saying that if teenagers, youngsters were made to go in some kind of an army or regiment or something like that, he says the world would be a whole different place. But he's not here to make the rules. But what he is saying to you is, live your life. Live your life in the best possible way that you can. If something doesn't feel right, it isn't right. If something feels right, go for it. Go for it with every ounce of energy that you've got. He's saying life is too short in this earthly life. On the other side, when your soul goes home, that is eternal. But at this time, in this life, it does always seem short. That's what people tell you, and that's what he's saying as well. I do feel that you'll understand just from that little bit of information who he is and the message that he's got for you. It does show me somebody just picking up some straws, drinking straws, and he connects to berries like raspberries, blueberries, strawberries. He connects to those. And there would have been like an inner vibration that someone feels as they're growing in their life. Not to dismiss as well that the day I'm recording this is the 20th of November, and that is I can't remember if it's new moon or full moon. New moon, I'm going to say. New moon energy. So making sure that you have released what you need to release, although you won't get this until the Monday. But release anything and everything that no longer serves you. He's bringing in apples, apple trees and orchards. He's given the number 3. He's given me the name Ben, and he's also showing Michael. He's given a lady name of Priscilla, and also a lady name of Jasmine. Those names will be known to you now or in the future. He gives you lots of love, and he gives you lots of blessings as he moves on from here and carries on with his soulful life. Bless him. So whatever you can take from what the gentleman has just told you, whatever you can take from my 3 experiences being a psychic medium in the last week. We won't mention the times that I've done live sessions on TikTok, or I did another live session somewhere. I can't remember what that was. That was a one-to-one private. But anyway, take from it what you can. Share your experiences of being a psychic medium. If you want to go to class, I run spiritual development the first and the last Thursday of the month. Please connect on my website. If you're interested in the soul tech soul, which is connecting AI, human and soul, merging the three together, which is a new group that I've formed on Facebook. Get yourselves in there. There's going to be some amazing stuff coming out of there, teaching you how to use AI, soul, and your human self to enhance everything that you do. And it's all about building the AI for you, not generally asking ridiculous questions and it not even fitting onto your path. But we're going to work with that in a way that most of you won't have done before. But until that time, this is me, Jan Mayfield, signing off, and catch you soon. Hey, thank you for tuning in today. Your support is much appreciated. Please consider leaving a review, sharing on social media, and telling your friends about my podcast. You can also join my newsletter at johnmayfield.com. Remember, take what resonates from Zoetic Chat and enrich your life with wisdom in all areas. And stay tuned for the next episode.